Hey guys, Casual Gamer 84. Welcome back to the game room. Well, this weekend I went to the Stewart's Promotions Memorial Day Flea Market Spectacular, or something akin to that, in search of some video games. So if you want to see what I found, stick around. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Like I mentioned, I went to the Stewart's Promotions Kentucky Flea Market Memorial Day Spectacular. Sounds amazing. And it was so-so. So we went obviously in search of video games and whatever else I could find. I did find a few things, but the selection was very limited. It was a lot of costume jewelry, a lot of antiquities, things like that. They did have a few booths that had some cool retro toys. I did take a look at that. I managed to get a little bit of footage. Again, there wasn't a whole lot there in terms of stuff for me or stuff to put on the channel. But before we get into what I got, let's go straight into some footage that I got and take a look at it. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a little voiceover on this. This was the first booth that I seen, and as you can see, this is where I picked up my Chippendales. As far as like good games, they probably had the best selection. It was just limited. I probably should have picked up those DSi and the DS. That seemed like a pretty good price on those. So this is the toy booth, and this was a fun booth to kind of go through and just look at stuff. For whatever reason, that Steve Irwin there got me. Crikey. That's some, pretty cool stuff. That's some vintage WCW figures there on the end of the table. And just looking through this stuff was kind of cool. And especially, it was cool to look through this stuff with my parents. Pointing stuff out to my mom, and my mom pointing stuff out to me. There's a Commando figure down there. She was pointing stuff out to me. Of course, she bought it, so she remembers it. Some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff that's really nostalgia-inducing. The Technodrome, the Burger Kids Club VHS over there. Some Jurassic Park figures that I had, when I was a kid as well. Looks like some Marvel stuff there. I was really interested in this Vader. In fact, I walked up to it to look at it, not realizing I still had my phone in my hand, recording. Some Masters of the Universe stuff here that was really cool to see, because I remember having a bunch of that as a kid. Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. Yeah, a lot of definitely cool stuff at this booth. I didn't end up getting anything there. I thought this was really cool. They had 3 of them, I think. I don't know why I thought it was cool, just because horror related. $135 was the price they had on it. $19.99 was the old sticker price. Now this booth, this lady comes over. She tries to sell me on these cheap Chinese knockoff things. A lot going on here. You can see they have an actual NES controller hooked to this little thing. So that's not the controller that you're going to get. She's also, you can see that the ROMs are completely wrong. She's trying to explain to me that these are brand new, and all the other ones are refurbished, and the ones you get from Nintendo are refurbished. This was the last game booth that I seen. I didn't end up picking up anything from him, but I got one of his cards. They don't have a brick and mortar store, but they do have a permanent booth in one of the local flea markets to me, so I'm gonna go check them out. All the NES stuff here was, common stuff. If you need a copy of Golf, I guess you know where to go. They definitely have it. I thought about getting this Duck Hunt that you'll see in a minute. I think I already have the standalone Duck Hunt. I think it was $15, and it came with a zapper. I thought that was a pretty good deal. A lot of sports titles in here. But it was still cool to see, some cartridge-based stuff out and about, even if it all, or a majority of it was um, filler stuff. And they had a lot of the more common Black Label games, so if I was looking for any of those, I could have picked those up there. Here's some more that are higher end stuff. Alien Hominoid, I would have been interested in that, but they were right at retail on it. And there wasn't really enough there for me to kind of try to do a bundle and get everything, get a lower price on everything that I wanted. There wasn't enough that I absolutely had to have. I did look at some of the NES stuff that they had. Granted, I already have most of it. And I thought about that little Nemo, but then I checked my app and I already have that little Nemo. But yeah, a lot of definitely cool stuff here. If they had had a better price on those Mario Bros. Duck Hunts, because they had a bunch of them over on the table there, I would have picked up a few of them if they had a really good price on them, and tried to use them as bases for some lamps or something like that. But yeah, that's mostly all the stuff that I've seen at the flea market, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. Alright guys, so you've seen that footage and you've seen that there was some cool stuff there, although it was limited. We did see a few things. So the first thing that I picked up was, if I can get it out of here, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers on the NES. Surprisingly, I did not have this game. I did pay up for this game. It is in really good shape though, but back of the cartridge is in good shape, label's in good shape. And it did come with a non-branded dust sleeve, so there's that. But I think the reason that I really wanted it, I was surprised I didn't have it when I checked my app. Two, I think the reason that I wanted it was, and the reason that I paid up for it, was probably like nostalgia goggles, or maybe the fact that I watched the new Chip 'n Dale movie that just came out on Disney Plus. And had some nostalgia goggles on for Chip 'n Dale, so I wanted to add it to the collection and give it a play. So I think I give $20 for that, which is about what it goes for, I think. So we walked around a little more. I don't think I have any footage of this, simply because it was just one of those things that I seen. The guy didn't really have anything else like video game related or retro related in his booth. A lot of vintage stuff, things like that. And I happened to see this label sticking up as he was unboxing stuff, and I asked him, I said, "Excuse me, sir, is this your booth?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Is that Atari 2600 there for sale?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get it all untangled." So it is a Atari 2600 Junior. It's in pretty good shape. It did come with the power cable, the RF cable to hook to the TV. Came with one joystick. Surprisingly, the joystick is in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this may have been like this guy's or something, and he just had it in his basement and figured, I don't need that. Got rid of it. He also threw in a copy of Yar's Revenge. And he said $10 for the whole lot. So I didn't hesitate. I said, "Okay, yeah, I'll give you the $10 for it." To get a working, I did test it. It does work. A working 2600 Junior, one controller, and a game for $10. That's a pretty good deal. Like I would have probably paid that for it, 2 or 3 years ago. and now getting that deal in 2022's, that's still a really, really good deal. So I'm happy with that. Adding that to the collection, and I didn't really see anything else. I seen a few more booths, talked to a few vendors there. There was one guy that had a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff, and I did pick up a copy of Ghostbusters Afterlife 4K for $10. And it is the 4K Blu-ray and the digital copy. It was actually still sealed. So yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife for $10 isn't bad at all. So guys, that's all that I managed to pick up at this flea market. It was a fun time. I got to spend time with my folks and things like that, and got to do a little video game hunting, and it was fun. So guys, thanks for watching. If you've not already done so, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video. Hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell for notifications. You'll be notified when I post a video for you. Until next time, guys.